These bulb beans are ripening and just about ready to be able to take them off of the vine and use for seeds. The pods are becoming leathery. They've lost all of the green color of the immature bean, so the beans inside are ripening. Some of these pods, like this one right here, is actually starting to become a little bit crunchy. This one up here, makes a nice leathery sound. That's a good pod. It's ripe. The beans inside are filled out real nice. And that's the kind of stage that you want to take your beans off of the vine if you're planning to save your own seeds. These lavender flowers are in the stage that's perfect for harvesting seed. They've gone past the point where they're attractive to the eye. They're beginning to turn gray and they're hardening up. And if we take them down and allow them to dry in a cool, dark place, the flowers will begin to crumble, and as we smash them, we'll yield a lot of lavender seed. This dill is still in the flowering stage. It's pre-seed. It has a nice golden color. This one here is starting to get very close to the stage where it will ripen to seed. This dill is just about ready for harvest. The seeds on the far end of the flower over here are starting to ripen out and turning a good brown gray color. Ones forward towards us are a little bit green yet. I'd say it's probably about another week. Want to catch it before the seed shatters and begins to fall. Tomatoes for seed should be well ripened, colored up, and becoming somewhat soft to the touch. They should yield. We don't really have to leave them on there so that they start to rot or anything on the vine. Just a nice red, ripe tomato in the perfect stage for consumption is really where we want to take tomato off to get seed from it. Peppers are a popular home garden crop. This green jalapeno here is the stage that we ordinarily eat this fruit. It gradually turns towards the orange. Here we see it getting into the mahogany stage. Actually, for harvest of seed, you want to go to the full red ripe stage, and it's really desirable. You even start to get some of those nice fissures or cracks on the outside of the fruit. That's a really ripe jalapeno. This one here is ready for seed extraction. Cucumbers are an easy plant in the backyard to save seed from. The cucumber should be well past the stage that we see it here. This is the perfect edible condition. The plant should have gone to a full yellow. The cucumber should be rather hard-skinned on the outside. And well past the stage that we'd really want to put it into our salad if we're planning to save seeds. Here's a perfect example of a cucumber that is ripe and ready for seed harvesting. This lettuce plant shows both the yellow flowers that will form on the plant, and then they're followed by the little fluffy dandelion plume-like capsules of seed here. This one's just a little bit premature. I would wait until we got a little more bloom on the plant and things started to turn just a little bit more brown. But I could harvest some lettuce seed out of this head. When you see the floaters, the plumes on the top like a dandelion, that seed underneath is ready to be able to harvest on lettuce. Pretty easy to get seed out of most of our garden daisies. These brown-eyed Susans right here, or Gloriosa daisies, are still quite a ways until we finally manage to get some seed from them. The nice yellow rays of the flowers will have to die away, and the button in the center, the brown eye, will increase in size, and gradually everything will turn kind of a gray, and you'll be able to break the head apart, and the seeds will be embedded down in here as we break it apart. And that will be providing you can keep the seeds away from the goldfinches, who just love them and will gobble them all up on you. These little cobbity daisies here called Summer Melody, I think, show the stage that we need for daisy seed. Right here we have dry heads which would have nice seeds ripe inside them. You see the stems behind are actually beginning to turn brown back into the plant. That's a good head for harvest. These over here are a long way from that. They're in the flowering stage. It is essential in most cases when harvesting flowers that we've got to leave a lot of ugly, crunchy deadheads on our plants. Living in the state of California really gives us an edge and an advantage when it comes to saving seed. It's no wonder that many of America's major seed farms are here in the Interior Valley. Right in front of me I have a makeshift drying rack that works well for drying large seeds. In this case there's English walnut, drying the husks. Otherwise, if I put the seeds away without drying the husks, we end up with mold developing. It's very simple, just a little plastic table with ventilated slots on the bottom, and then it has an old storm window over the top of it. California's climate is perfect with the 6 months of dry weather we have every summer and abundant sunshine for solar drying seeds. This makeshift over here is just 2 sawhorses, and we have window screens on top, one on top of the other. Any objects that we wish to dry are placed between the window screens and allowed to sit out here in the sun until they become brown and crunchy. With many different seeds, it isn't even necessary to have drying racks. Here under my large old English walnut in the backyard with its smiley little face, we have a pile of pea vines from last winter. The kind of weather we have here in spring allows me to take these vines down from the trellises, put my cucumber plants in, and just literally heap the vines as hay underneath the walnut tree in the partial shade where it's nice and dry down here and cool, and to dry the vines. Later, at my leisure, I'm able to actually go through here, find the pea pods, and pick them out, and they're nice and dry, actually all ready for storage right at this point. The only thing I have to remember to do is get this done before the fall rains start, and then get the peas back in the ground again, of course, store the rest. Over here, we're even drying onions and garlic right here underneath the walnut tree. That makes a real good place to actually store them for the summertime. Have to get them all picked up before the fall rains come, though. Even wheat seed responds well to simple outdoor drying in this area. All we really need for most of this stuff is a spot out of direct, strong sunlight where it's cool and dry. In this case, the bottom rung on the fence boards of the redwood fence here in the backyard makes a good place to tuck some wheat and let it dry for the summer.